Unspeakable monsters, murderous bandits, and deadly anomalies that defy any other natural phenomena. These are the many pleasures that await you in the Zone. Zone being short for the Zone of Alienation. It is the 60-kilometer wide region surrounding the looming dilapidated specter of the Chernobyl nuclear power plant, created after Reactor 4 of the plant went critical in 1986, releasing radioactive waste into the air. This forced an evacuation, primarily of the nearby town of Pripyat. In the time after the 1986 disaster at the power plant, much of Pripyat was reclaimed by nature, as can be seen in the video linked at the top of the screen now. The area around Pripyat had been, even before the disaster in 1986, used by Soviet scientists for research on the noosphere, a sort of natural global sphere of thought. In fact, some say the nuclear disaster was caused by the laboratories themselves experiencing a power surge that led to the reactor's explosion. After the evacuation, the labs around Pripyat continued at double capacity, as they had no public around to question them and all the power they needed from the power plant that remained active. Research into the noosphere remained unhindered even after the fall of the Soviet Union, as the Ukrainian government proved unable to investigate the scientists and their experiments properly. Breakthroughs were made by these renegade scientists as they soon began an attempt to physically influence humanity by manipulating the noosphere, altering human thought. Their intentions were noble, intending to eliminate war and conflict. Any atrocities committed along the way were simply for the greater good. As they say, the road to hell truly is paved with good intentions. These scientists caused a second catastrophic event in 2006, where the land inside the zone was corrupted and twisted due to the damage they inflicted on the noosphere. After this event, the presence of grotesque mutants and physical anomalies became apparent, much of which boggled the mind of these scientists. Half of these scientists would later set out to form the organization known as Clear with the goals of repairing the rift they had caused in the noosphere and ending the atrocities of the zone. By 2010, what was known as the Stalker phenomena began to become popularized, with the presence of outsiders attempting to enter the zone being branded Stalkers, short for Scavengers, Trespassers, Adventurers, Loners, Killers, Explorers, and Robbers, a pretty convoluted acronym. A logical person might ask themselves, what drives a man to such an inhospitable place as the Zone? A man once said, "Some consider it a universal evil, others a wonder sent down to humanity, and others still consider it no more than a source of riches." Those who view the Zone as a universal evil typically join the ex-military faction known as Duty in an attempt to contain and fight the Zone. Those who consider the Zone to be a wondrous source of scientific progress join the Ecologists, a group of scientists. Those who view it as a source of riches fall somewhere in the middle. Loners, many of them call themselves, but some brand themselves differently. That is, of course, not to mention the hippies and daredevils of freedom, who view the Zone as a sort of natural human right. It is a certainty that the Stalker population is set to rise in the Zone, however, as the twisted objects created in the deadly anomalies of the Zone have near magical physical properties. Some are said to have the miraculous ability of healing a Stalker simply by being in a close proximity to him. Others are said to absorb absolutely insane amounts of heat, defying all past scientific knowledge. As you can imagine, the applications for these objects outside the Zone are many, and the demand is astronomical, considering Stalkers are still unable to reach the center of the Zone, where artifacts are said to be the most plentiful. This is due to a security system known as the Brain Scorcher, a piece of technology that does what it says in the tin. It renders anyone venturing too close to the center of the Zone a mere babbling zombie. Considering artifacts are relatively rare in the outskirts of the Zone, where most Stalkers are confined to, this drives demand, read prices, through the roof for artifacts outside the Zone. As long as there is money to be made, a sort of gold rush to the Zone, and the Stalker phenomena will persist. No doubt some will walk away rich, but many will find themselves lost to the Zone. Thanks for watching. If you'd be so kind, I'd appreciate it if you shared these videos with any fans of the Stalker universe you may know, or subscribe to see more of these videos. I feel that the Stalker community has been long overdue for a series like this, and it would really help me out if you shared. I'm Hugbox, thanks for the view.
Get out of here, Stalker.